Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we're back with the main account and we are going to make some campaign progression. So first of all, let's go ahead and take a look at our team and then we'll get into the campaign. So looking at the heroes themselves, we are lacking still a lot of gear. So looking here, we do use Rowan, which is our first primary support with Rosaline. Rose we actually use with Gwen. So very, very strong combination there. Again, we got some non-faction gear. Estrilda and Hendrik are the other two that we're actually going to be using in this campaign push. Cecilia, we do use every now and then. We have the new artifact, so the Waistband of Resilience. We're going to go ahead and pop this on all of our tanking classes. It is now the best artifact to go ahead and put onto the tanks. For the Maulers, we run Brutus, and then some comps we do use Sophia. Those are the only two that we use. Usually, on occasion, we do put Namisu into the formation if we need the totems, if we need a little more support. So we'll go ahead, drop some gear on him. As you can see, the gear is very, very down the line. We don't have enough gear by any means to go ahead and fill out the teams. Wilders, we use Iran, Tassi, Namora, Saurus, and then we also do use Leica. Lorzen is the last one in this formation that we use to provide not only the shielding, but the linking for Iran to do some additional damage. We'll go ahead and gear up any of the stones that we have. I have a lot of tier 2 stones, but I am lacking a ton of tier 1 stones, so we still need to continue. For the Graveborns, we use Isolde. Isolde completely geared out here as his plus 30 signature item with the warrior artifact, so very strong. And Pharrell. Pharrell, again, we need more tier 1 stones. We can go ahead and level up some of his faction-specific gear, but again, we still do need tier stones. We are very, very short when it comes to those tier 1 stones. Have a lot of tier 2, but missing a lot of tier 1 stones. So looking here at the Celestials, we do use Talene, Wukong, which we got the best gear we have for him, and then also the twins. Again, missing quite a bit of gear on some of these heroes. I don't want to level up faction gear. Athelia, we just got up. If you caught the last video, we just got her to Ascended, waiting to unlock the rest of her rooms. For the Hypogean heroes, we run Aziz. Aziz is fully maxed out here. Plus 30 signature item. Just need a little bit more furniture. And he'll be completed. And then, of course, Mahira has her gear as well. For the Dimensionals, we run Arthur, which, again, gear is pretty sad on there. Ezio, and we run Ainz. Need his signature item a little bit, but we almost have all of his gear unlocked. Just need the boots at this point to go ahead and max him all the way out. So guys, now let's go ahead and we'll get into the campaign. We're going to try to finish out this chapter. So get through 33, get into 34, and we're going to run just like we did on the pay to win account. We're going to go with the lockout team here. We know it works. We know it works very, very well. Most of the heroes on this lockout team are completely maxed out as far as gear, because when we built this, we specifically were looking to build this team comp itself. You can swap Lucreta in this team comp if you do have her built. This account does not. 80 million damage there from Talene. But like I said, this team does not have Lucreta built at this point. One thing you do have to watch out when you come in here is, of course, Athelia. Athelia just burned Ainz down, Aziz down super, super quick. Possibly could have put Talene up there. If we got to retry the stage, we can drop Talene up there. Athelia is very, very strong, especially with her rework. Lucky we don't have the furniture bonuses yet, because it's kind of crazy with the rework how much damage she does. And I think right now she's a little bit broken. 33-35 as we continue through here. Again, the lockout team, the God tier team, whatever you want to call it, is just an absolute monster team. This is why so many players do build this team first. Very, very hard to kill. Either it's going to absolutely destroy the campaign, or if one or two heroes dies, especially the twins, it completely folds the entire team. 33-36, so we have a Grez in 1, a Grez in 2, a Grez in 3. 4 is a Hogan, and then 5 is a Grez again. So we're going to have a lot of Grez fights here. First team we're going is Wilder. So we're doing all 5 Wilders to include Namora and Lorzen. The link from the front to the back just killed Movis right in the very, very back. Took him to essentially 1 hit point, just waiting to die. So very, very easy stage to go through there. And remember, all of these have 5 fights. So it is a considerable amount of campaign progression. This team, I'm thinking we should probably swap out. I'm going to have to rework some of these teams. These are the teams we were running with last time we did a little bit of progression. So I know with Arthur being there with Nara behind doesn't really make much sense. So this one we definitely have to work, but I love Wukong. Look at all the copies of Wukong jumping around everywhere in there. Third team is our lockout team. Again, very, very easy to get through campaign stages with this lockout team. Talene actually goes onto the opposite side of Kelthar, which she goes all over the battlefield the entire time. Aziz is in the top, just completely locking it down. And if you do look in here, we ran Tassie. So the reason for running Tassie in this team is essentially being able to move Mahira to another team, but also just providing continuous crowd control with the banish that she brings. Not just the slumber, but the banish she brings on heroes, which we'll see in a little bit, is very, very effective. This one we have our light bearers. So we have the Gwen Rose combo, Ezio to finish anyone off that we cannot kill. Then we have Hendrik for the pushback. We have Estrilda for the pushback. Exactly flawless execution there. 79 million damage from Gwen. Very, very strong, very quick execution. This team is very, very hodgepodge. I think, again, this team, we're probably going to have to rework a couple of the heroes in here if this doesn't work. This was the fifth team that we just kind of dropped in here because we're really lacking heroes. As you've seen a little bit earlier from the heroes themselves, lacking a lot of gear. So we could probably definitely come up with a better team. Brutus and Lucius, very strong together. Let's go ahead and look at the damage on that one. I think it's going to be Lucius, or it's going to be, look at that, 54 million from Brutus. Love the immunity. Love that we actually built him up enough to get that immunity. So here we go back to the standard lockout team. Mahira, even here with the mage artifact, she gains a significant amount of energy at the beginning of battle, coupled with Rowan's potion. If you see a majority of the time, she will drink Rowan's potion very, very fast, allowing her to ult, which gives us the mesmerize effect, gives us the crowd control effect that we're looking for with Mahira, and allows also Aziz and the twins to get their ultimate abilities off. Even right there was very, very early with the ultimate ability. There's the stun. By the time the stun wears off, Mesmerize is already back up, allowing Talene to just run around and absolutely decimate the entire enemy formation. 60.6 million damage, so doing a ton of damage there as well. Brings us to 3339. So we're 21 stages from finishing out this chapter, guys. And there are, again, a lot of fights through here. There are a lot of battles to get through. All of the stages, every 4 stages takes 5 full teams, which is 5 battles. Essentially the equivalent of doing 5 stages as you're lower in the campaign itself. This is another reason why a lot of players do not push the campaign. It is very, very time consuming, and there's minimal return. Once you start getting higher in stages, there's minimal return on the time and effort you have to put to complete the campaign stages themselves. So this team, I'm going to actually put Ainz in here. So behind Arthur, we're going to put Pharrell and Ainz. Athalia, we're going to keep in the top there. Lockout team, I think we're going to keep the same. I'm thinking about taking Tassie out of there, but I think we're going to stick with this one. Maybe drop Mahira in there, or even drop Isolde in here. Isolde, if he can supercharge there very, very quickly. This one, we got Gwen and we got Rose, which we'll keep. This team is the one that needs some help. So I know Sophia being in the back doesn't really seem to do too much, but we got through it last time. It's very, very cheesed. So let's go ahead and we'll try it. Let's swap around some of the teams though. So let's go ahead and put the Ainz team comp. So Arthur and Ainz up top. I just want to see Ainz ult. Such a powerful, boom, there it is. Just about killed everybody with that ult. Absolute monster damage. 101 million damage. He's only got a plus 19 signature item, but killed out that fast. And Iran in this one, if we can get him to survive a little bit, There we go. We can get it down as long as Iran can survive. Look at that, 55 million damage from Leica, 48 million from Saurus in a very, very quick, which I think this team might need, again, a little bit of help. So I think Isold's going to die relatively early. Just trying a couple things out here. The other big thing in the campaign is if a team comp doesn't work, you can always retry. You can always adjust the teams, trade them up. See, I know players have ran Lucreta with this combination. I wanted to try Isold out. If it didn't work, we can always just go ahead and retry it. But still very, very easy to get through that one. And even the level deficiency, if you look, we're a little less than 100 levels. We're what, at about 86, I think 84, 86 levels deficiency. So not too far. I know this team is a little bit over leveled. I should be a lot further in the campaign essentially than I am on this account. I do not push the campaign very much on this account, or really any account, short of the pay to win account to push the campaign. So we're going to drop Cecilia in here. So Cecilia up top, dealing with Namora. Boom, there's the ult. Cecilia is another hero on this account that we definitely need to build, but there's the Falling Sun ability. Just pretty much took everybody out. Brutus versus Brutus. There we go. Got this stage done. Very, very nice. And Brutus on the Mauler account and on this account, very impressed with 73 million damage there from Sophia. She's another hero that we need to level up her signature item just a little bit more to hit plus 30. I think it's at plus 26 or 27 right now. If you guys remember from a while ago, I split my signature items way too much when we were going through and making this account and building the account. I've been focusing on taking everyone up straight from 20 to 30, so saving all of my red chests to actually make progression 10 levels at a time instead of splitting it between, I think right now we have it between Gwen, we have it between Sophia. We have a couple of heroes that are close to getting those signature items maxed out, but still have a considerable amount of red chests that are needed to finish all of them out. Lockout team, again, just going to work on these campaign stages, even with Antandra in the back. In her healing ability, still being able to just take that one down. She's very, very tough. I want to build on Tundra and see just how strong she is. 78 million damage there from Talene, doing a considerable amount. 33-43. And Talene got banished. So even though we got the Mesmerize ability off right there, that was a Talene banish. And the team is just, it works so well. The synergy between the Lockout team. Again, this is why so many players build it. It is very, very strong. 55 million damage, 32 and 37. So 32 million from Aziz brings us to 33-44. Again, we're going to stick with these teams. Arthur, Ainz, and Pharrell, very, very strong. Remember, Arthur on this account is maxed out, has a plus 30 signature item. Look at the shields that Arthur is getting right there. That is the shield from the artifact. That is the waistband of resilience, is the shielding ability that it's bringing to the tanking class. So very, very strong reworked artifact. Not sure if they're going to continue and do all of the artifacts for a second round of additional artifacts. But honestly, I would not be surprised at all if they do go ahead and do a second round of the artifacts completely. So here, looking through, let's try Damon in this team comp. I'm thinking maybe Damon in the back would be pretty strong. Which Damon goes right over to deal with Pharrell. Boom, he's got the blood shield up. Because I know with very, very high survivability, even though we're lacking a little bit of crowd control with no Mahira or Tassie, 140 million damage there from Damon. So Damon doing a monster amount of damage there. And here the Gwen Rose. I think I'm going to put Gwen on the bottom to deal with Antandra, which I'm hoping Antandra actually went down very, very quick with the assist of Ezio. Ezio just killed pretty much everybody with the amount of damage that she just put out. Wow, that was absolutely crazy. Ezio just destroyed them. 68 million damage there. In literally a couple of seconds, the damage went out. So let's drop Isolde in this one. I'm wondering if it'll help a little bit to have kind of the double warriors or double tanks. Because remember, once Isolde scales, he's very, very hard to kill. And I need someone to take these Baden ads out pretty much in one shot. He can drop a lot of the ads. And he has the AoE damage. So when he is fully healed, he does the AoE damage, which can help as well. Looks like Mahira and Isolde on this one. Got it done. Very nice. I need Isolde's furniture so that heal is permanent. Looking at this one, 152, 135 million damage. That damage is kind of a little bit off because of the amount of ads that we killed. A ton of ads that Baden creates very, very quick. He's another hero that if you don't kill him before he scales a lot, you essentially get overrun from the ads that he summons, similar to Nemesis with the totems. If you're not taking down his ads or taking him down themselves, you'll just get overrun. You'll get absolutely overrun in the campaign stage. That's where some heroes like Ainz come in, where they could just nuke the entire battlefield and kill everything, which again just adds to the power that he brings. 92 million there from Talene, which brings us to 3346. Boom, there's the Mesmerize effect, followed by the stun. And of course, Talene, when the enemies are stacked up, she just does, look at the amazing amount of damage, attacks so fast. And there is not another hero that does what she does. Top on damage as a support role. 104 million damage on that one. Wow, absolutely incredible. Again, this is why everyone says build Talene first. She is the priority. She is the one that you want to build. Taking her to Ascended is the priority when you start an account, when you start stargazing. Taking the twins to Mythic, and then all out Talene. The big reason for taking the twins to Mythic is, of course, their signature item, so you can have the survivability. If you start fighting boss fights and you don't have the twins at least to Mythic, not only will their stats be lower, but you won't have the survivability of the signature item. So this one, again, staying with the same team comps, hoping for Ainz to ult, which there it is. He just took everybody out with that massive, massive ult. 117 million damage. Guys, if you didn't get Ainz, it might be a moment of regret because he is just a monster. Literally, he can destroy an entire team, pretty much killing out all 5 heroes in just an ult. That's really all it takes, him by himself. So this one, let's swap out. Let's go back to Tassie. You know what? We're going to go back to the crowd control. Go back to the original team, because this is going to be the lockdown. And look at the slumber effect. I'm not sure if I like the Mesmerize effect that Mahira brings. I know they attack each other, but Tassie brings the Banish, which I really, really feel, even there, 37 million damage from Tassie. I feel like the Banish plays a very, very big role, especially in the survivability. Look at Ezio again. Ezio just destroyed everybody again. Man, 103 million damage there from Gwen. Very, very quick. So this one, we got Mahira in the back. This is where the Mesmerize is going to come into effect. Boom, there it is. And I'm thinking with the crowd control is that we can let essentially Isolde scale. That way Mahira provides the crowd control. Let's look at the damage that they did here. Remember, last time was very, very strong. 95, 47, 53 million. All right, guys, so that will take us to the first part of our progression as we're getting through chapter 33. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. That is the team that we're going to continue our push for. And as always, thank you guys for watching.